back to What Are Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an SU-14-2. It's a Tier 8 Soviet SPG located on the south spawn of Cliff. This one's got 3 marks of excellence and it belongs to 15JG52 Bra. And he's actually added Bayraktar to his name as well. I think he's enjoying the drone videos coming out of Ukraine. Game started. Well, they've only made 2 of these beasts, or they only did make 2. One still exists. It's at the Russian Tank Museum in Kubinka. They might actually take it out of storage if they're forced to, because they're losing so many pieces of equipment. In fact, historic pieces of equipment, because even the Tank Encyclopedia has noted they're losing some material which there's only a few of in the entire world, and that's down to the fact that some of the drones are being rather successful, and also some of the javelins and the NLAWs. 203mm howitzer capable of 900 alpha, penetrating 52mm of armour. So any thin-skinned vehicles like that Batchat 12 China better watch out. Well, he fired and looked away. I think, yes, he does that, doesn't he? We'll have to cure him of that habit eventually. Well, we've got an LT432 there and also a Batchat 12 ton, and they are fairly thin-skinned. And I always recommend to players that they try and aim for the path going up to the top of the hill at the start of a game, mainly because there's always somebody willing to try and charge up there to get shots on the enemy, or to get spots on the enemy. But instead he's now aiming at a, I think there was a Barask up there. Yep, there's one. There's another one there as well. Oh my gun, that's a penetration. Low roll, but it is a pen. 853 hit points, that was a very good shot. Now he's backed himself right up against the wall there in that little corner. It's sometimes difficult to lay shells down into that corner if you're enemy Arty. There's 2 enemy Arty in the game, an FB207 and a GW Tiger P. So he's either got a 6-inch gun or a 17cm gun or a 21cm gun up against him. Probably on the lower side, the 6-inch and the 17cm. Going for the Barask. I think he needed more lead there because the Barask is quite fast. It did stun him, but it didn't damage him. Yeah, you do have to remember that that was quite a long way away. He's firing almost from one side of the battlefield to the other. Not quite, but close. So it's a long flight time for the shell. And the Batchat 12 ton has gone up on top of the hill. And the unfortunate thing is that the enemy Arty is also firing up the hill, because RT92 just took a hit and the LT432 is stunned at the moment. And the LT432 joined him, and whoa, that was good. The Batchat took the most of that one, 282. So he's going to change position again, which is wise. He's getting right next door to that rock, very cozy in there. Unfortunately, RT92 made a mistake of going down the side of the cliff there, and the brass went up and he's just taken him out. And now it leaves the LT432 all on his own, facing 3 enemy tanks. But we're going for the Batchat 12 ton. Oh, and another hit! But it's only 385 hit points, which is a non-penetration. Our LT432 looks like he's about to expire because he's being attacked by the enemy L432. And unless he can get down the hill... The enemy Batchat 12 ton did go and get killed by our ISM, which is lucky. But unfortunately the LT432 was not, and now he's out the game, and we're aiming for the LT432 on the enemy team. Well, it landed behind him, not in front of him. Now, as you know, this RT was based on the T-35 tank, the T-35 heavy tank, and it had some bits from a T-28, a medium tank, built into it. They made it in 1935 and they improved it in 1936. But the chief engineer who was actually involved with the project was arrested by Stalin, probably for political reasons. So they never designed the thing or rebuilt the thing after that. But the good news is that after the war started, they took it out of mothballs and then considered using it again. And it was actually used in the Winter War, first against Finland on the Mannerheim line, trying to destroy the bunkers. So this Arty would feel right at home on the Arctic region map. But after that, it went back into the warehouses, and they pulled it out after the Germans invaded in Barbarossa. Okay, looks like he's going to do a shot up to the hill to try and get the LT-432. Oh, Baraska's gone up there. He's going to try and lay the round in behind him. Now, I think he got warning that shot was on the way in, but he got stunned, and the Barask finished him off. So, or was it the Barask? No, it was a Charioteer who took the round and took the shot and got him. Now, this is one of two replays that 15JG 52 Bayraktar has sent in. And the next one, I believe, is on Abbey map. Okay. SU-14-2 PM. He's very close to the cliff edge, or rather to the hilltop. It's not really the cliff edge, because the cliff edge would be around the outside. The lighthouse hill, we should put it that way. Skoda T56. That's a worthy target. Very OP. Dialed in, rounds out. Oh, it went long. Oh no. Well, got another target, but he's not going to go for that one. He was aiming at the donut and the Lorraine 40-ton. He's just too close to the edge, but that Progetto, yes, whilst he's hiding around that corner, we can't get a shot. Okay, Striv S1. He's going to fire blind. He fires blind. Now, if he was close, and I think he was in the aim, that shell must have landed fairly near to him. Okay, T-34 down in the western pass. He's pushing in this direction. And the Pantera is taking some hits, but we do have some tanks nearby who can help them. The Charioteer, the Borsig, and in fact it's the SU-101 that gets the kill shot and takes the T-34 out of the game. So now we've got a 3-tank advantage, and we've still got to deal with that Progetto, but in the meantime he's going to go for the Scorpion. Rounds out. Remember, these things got thin skins. 182 hit points. He splashed him. The Striv has come down low to the western pass, and he's taking a pummeling as well. Doesn't help that there's tanks behind him as well. The Patriot's there, but he just got wiped out by the Progetto. Now, the enemy RT's been spotted. At least one of them has been. In fact, it's the only one left, because the other one's been killed. But he's going to go for the Scorpion again, because he knows the guy's up there, and he could be damaging our teammates. And he hit him. Oh, he killed him. He killed him. He got must have set light to him or something. He got a kill shot. Standard reload on this RT, 42.19 seconds. He's got 34.09 using premium consumables. But that was a fantastic shot. He guessed where the Scorpion might be. He was taking a position using the rock to try and shoot at our guys down at the western pass. And he was there. We're going. Oh, he hit the guard. And he stunned him. A massive amount of stun assist off that one. Huge amount. And the guard's gone. And that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for 15JG 52 Bayraktar in the SU-14-2, the school bus. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 14, and he got a Confederate medal because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. His win rate from that game, 3,690, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he actually got the highest damage in the game, but he didn't get a high caliber because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. He did 3,100. The second highest damage was the Barras with 2,779, and the third highest damage went to the P44 Pantera, who got 2,569. The SU-101 managed to pick up a Spartan, and the other Arty, the M40-M43, also picked up a Confederate for hitting the same number of tanks as Brower. When it came to kills, it was shared between the SU-101 and the T-54 first prototype. Both had 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the Charioteer, the ISM, and only one member of the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and that was the Skoda T-56. When it came to base XP, he's got that one as well. So he's got the highest damage and the highest base XP. 1,202 base, 1,040 went to the Barras, 866 to the Pantera. He fired 13 rounds in that game, and he made best use of them because as soon as they were loaded, they were outbound as fast as he could aim in on the target. 2 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrations as well. 12 splash, damage of 3,100 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Now, which ones did he actually pen? Because we did see one of the pens actually happen. Was it the guard that he penned? No. The Brasky did pen. Yes, that was a definite pen. I think he might have penetrated one of the... Oh, he penetrated the Scorpion. The one, of course, the one that was right up on top of the hill. That was a blind shot. He just guessed where he was correctly and put a shell in there. Actually went straight through the armor. And he scored 983 hit points of that. So that's a high roll. Although, actually, I suppose he did hit him slightly before. So maybe we'll have to check and see how many hit points he actually did have when the second shot went in, because we'll know how much he managed to get with that first shot. Anyway, going back to the detail, we can see that he damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, so there was a 6 difference there. 2,100 hit points of stun assist off 13 stuns. He earned 59,931 credits from the game, and after ammunition, respawn, and consumables, took away 25,101 credits profit. 1,803 XP, and took away the same amount because he didn't have any multipliers on that. So, not a bad game actually. Very good game for the school bus, which is one of the more difficult arties to play, although it does have a very good gun. Let's have a look at the armor profile for this tank. There you go. It's a heavy tank. Yep, T-35 heavy tank. It's a very slow heavy tank. Have you ever seen film of a T-35? I have. And I've seen one of these. There's one of these has actually been captured on film, moving through the forests in around Moscow, I think it was, and it moves incredibly slowly as it does move about. The armor's pretty thick on the front, 50mm on the lower plate, upper plate 50mm. In fact, it's 50mm just about all round. So, yeah, it's fairly strong on the front of the tank. The sides are a little weaker, 30mm. It's slab-sided as well. It does have plates over the tracks, so all over the bogies, so that's acted as shielding. And 20mm at the back as well. Most of this is actually just to stop shell splinters and bullets from reaching the crew who happen to be inside the vehicle. If we have a quick look at the live profile, because I know some people like to see where the actual hitbox is. There you go, you can see if you take the tracks out, and you can see that it's fairly even on armor all the way round on the front, but it's much weaker on the side. Okay, let's have a look at the modules. Well, driver's up front all on his own, sitting right next door to the engine, which will keep him warm, because after all, this was used in the Winter War. There's fuel tanks either side of the engine as well, but they're all deep down inside the hull. The transmission's in front of the driver as well, giving a bit of protection. There's 2 gunners, because it's a very big artillery gun, very big howitzer. One either side. Obviously one controls elevation, the other one controls azimuth. The tank commander is actually behind the gunner on the left hand side. I think he's the one who's actually controlling the azimuth actually, whereas this one will probably be controlling or telling the driver where to turn so he can get the gun laid onto the target. 2 loaders sitting at the back right in the center, and 2 massive ammo racks as well at the back. And the radio is behind the tank commander, but it's actually on the side of the vehicle at the rear. So if you want to get an ammo rack, again, you have to aim for the rear of the vehicle. If I pull out a bit, there you go, that's better. It's such a big vehicle that can't get it in the frame. Yes, you have to aim for the rear vehicle just above the tracks in order to get the ammo rack. Most people would aim just for the side of the vehicle and shoot through the vehicle, but if you want to get that extra big bang, you have to aim for the back in order to get it. So as I mentioned during the video, or during the replay, there was another replay featuring this very same Arty from 15JG52 Brow Director. Let's have a look at it. The second replay is on the Studzianki map, that's Poland, and battle's about to start. Game on. Well, he's doing what I would do actually, is go behind the hedges and a little further south actually, because you can't really get good shots on the enemy unless you're a little bit further south. I think he's picked his spot. Now the one good thing about this Arty is it does have very good range. You can shoot over the entire range of the map. The top gun, the B4 howitzer, is actually very good at damage and splash. As you can see here, the 900 Alpha, it's got 52mm pen with 10.4 meters radius on the damage, and long stun duration as well if you can get it. 28 seconds is the maximum you can get. Looks like he's going to put a round in right next door to the church. We've got the wandering rescue from the automatic enemy not sighted thing that Wargaming put in. Okay, when he fired one, oh, now the Leopard prototype probably took a bit of a splash from that. I would not be surprised if he actually did get some damage. Okay, over here though, he has got some enemy vehicles that he does need to keep at bay, like the Char-Fu-4 and his autoloader. STB-1's already going into the river, and unfortunately our Astron Rex didn't last very long because the enemy school bus got him. Okay, we're almost loaded. It's got to work out where to put the shell for the STB-1. Fires it in. Oh, he denied us the look at the shot, but he actually did hit or splash the STB-1 for 182, but he's moving position. And he's doing that in-out thing with his mouse. Don't do that, it upsets some of the watchers. They don't want to watch a video where somebody's mucking about with their mouse all the time. It's like they're fidgeting. Okay, T30 and Leopard prototype. T30 is staying rather too still, and he did take a hit, and in fact actually splashed the Leopard prototype as well, and the T30 took some damage, but again he denied us the look at the enemy, so I think I might have to take control of the I'm going to take control of the mouse now, otherwise we're all going to get seasickness or motion sickness from him going in and out all the time. Okay, now this is better, but the T30 won't stay still now. He's going to move about like the Leopard will. Rounds out. Yeah, he did move the camera. Oh, the Leopard took a big hit. 888 hit points. Although he went unsighted shortly after the shell arrived. But it was long enough on him to tell us it was 888 hit points of damage. That's an absolutely massive amount. Okay, he's having a quick look elsewhere. Where are you going? What are you looking at? Come on. Let it dial in on the Leopard. Okay, he's going to go for the Leopard prototype. I'm following. Rounds out. Yes! Another hit. 362 this time. Looks like it tracked him. In fact, I can see the mark on the Leopard prototype at the rear near the engine bay. And that will have taken out or done damage to his engine. And the T30 was right alongside him when that happened. He got 92 hit points from a splash on the T30. He's going for the T30 with his next shot. I'm still holding it on freehand because obviously I'm worried he's going to move away after shooting. And we're not going to get to see the hit. Rounds out. Well, I'm not sure that actually did hit him, but I'm pretty sure it did splash the T30. And I don't think that Leopard is going to be too happy as well now. So if our guys move up just a little... Oh, now somebody just blew up. Yep, our Leopard prototype just exploded. He got hit by a T-124. Okay, we've gone right over the railway line now. But from this position, he can't shoot at the Leopard prototype. But the reason he's actually moved up here is because the enemy has actually gone all the way in on through the village and is threatening to come in near to our cap area. So he's looking around for the target. In fact, he's changed his target altogether again. He's looking at the factory. Now he's looking at the T-30. He can't see those guys, and the Leopard doesn't want to get close enough. Oh, we can see him now. Okay, he's dialing in on T-30. Gone to overhead mode. That's it. Unfortunately, it landed short. Don't want to get too close to those bushes because you will get spotted if you get too close to them. But he needs to make the angle right in order to be able to hit the T-30 and the Leopard prototype. In fact, actually, he should be okay because the gun's very high on top of the school bus. So he should be able to lob the shell over those mounds of earth next to him on his left-hand side. I don't think he's going to get a shot from the E4 there, but he fires around in. Stunned the E4. This game is not going as well, although he's got a huge amount of damage, just under 2,000 hit points of damage so far in this game. It's not going so well for their team because they're 2 down on the enemy, so he's going to have to work hard to make that back up for his team. Trying to get a shot on the Scorpion, but he's not loaded yet. He will be momentarily. I'd aim a little further down to try and catch the Scorpion as he goes past the houses. You're lined up. There we go. Rounds out. Oh! Kill shot! 780! That was a lovely shot. A leading shot. He fired at a spot where the Scorpion wasn't even there and let the guy drive into the shell, which blew him out of existence. The shell hit the engine deck. That was a great shot. And now his total's gone up to just, well, 2,700. Close to 2,800 actually. Okay, we've gone back to the Leopard prototype. We're only one tank down on the enemy now. If only our Leopard 1 would move up and actually try and find out where those guys are. I suppose he's worried about moving up because he might get shot at by the T-124. So we're firing blind. We've only got 6 rounds of HE left. He's doing the inny outy thing again. I'm going to take control of the camera. Give me a quick look inside the factory. You can't do anything about that T-124 at the moment. It looks like our chieftain's going to have to go in there and try and weed him out. But he's got problems because there's a T-10 and U-100 nearby, and they would obviously try and fire at him. 5 rounds left. 3 tanks to the south. It looks like our defenders in the south have those enemy contained. The Leopard prototype, the Char Future 4 and the TVP, they are contained. But we've now got the Leopard prototype in sight. Will we get a chance? He's doing the in-outer thing again. Come on, they're still there somewhere. Wait for it, wait for it. Come on, Mr. Leopard, move forward, spot. He's doing it. He's going for it. We'll get a chance to smack that Leopard prototype, take him out of the game. There's the T-30. Lines him up, rounds out. Hits him on the rear for 300. Which makes him a one-shot kill for the Leopard if he can get around in there. I think, is it 440 for the Leopard? Or maybe 390. It's a 105mm gun. Unfortunately, the Leopard's being spotted by the T-124. And unless that T95 gets rid of him, the FE-4-2-1 Chieftain. Okay, we've got the T30 in sight. Lined up. Rounds out. Yes! Hits! 254. And he did kill the prototype. The Leopard prototype, he got him. He must have splashed him, or the shell hit the prototype and blew up, and it damaged the T30 in the process. I think it was actually, it hit the T30 and splashed the prototype. But the Foch is now going for the T30. Unfortunately, T124 takes him out. That Chieftain needs to do something about that T124. He's only on minor hit points. Unfortunately, that shell fell short on the T13. We're now down to just 2 rounds left. Well, the T124 has gone because the Chieftain finally plucked up some courage, put his man pants on, went round the corner and took out that E4. And that means now there's only 5 enemy tanks left. And we're now 2 up on them. So we just need to get rid of that T30. The Leopard can just move forward, find out where he is. He's going around the hill. He's found him. Okay, line it up. That's it. Now. Rounds out. Oh, it went long. This time it landed behind the T30. He's only got 1 round left. He's at 3,300 hit points, but he has got some blind hits in there, so that total is going to go up for sure. I'm going to hold the aim on here for the moment because he's doing the innie outie thing again. There he is! There he is! Now, kill! Kill the thing! Oh, we've got a bit of reticule bloom there because it's narrow field of fire. It's only 4 degrees either side. He's lined up. That should be it. Rounds out. Yes, he got him! So that's 3 kills for 15JG52 Brower. And now he's doing the innie outie thing again. So I can take him off because he's got no ammo left now. So he can't do anything else except spot for his team.
I'm in your jet.
But he thanked the Leopard 1. And the Leopard 1, I think, was happy as well because now he's freed up to go after those enemy tanks to the south. The T95 FE-4-2-1 is making his way towards the enemy cap area, and he's found the TVP. So now 15JG is going to do his innie outie thing, and I'm going to follow in freehand mode, so it's free camera. You can see how he got the 3rd mark on this Arty. It's a nice total, 3,300, but doesn't include that blind shot with the T30 right at the end, because of course that wasn't recorded. He fired it in, but he suddenly appeared as a wreck after the shell hit the target. So I suspect it's probably going to come back and say that he's got something like 3,800 or more. Could be 4,000. Well, there's the 2-minute warning, and there's only 2 enemy vehicles left to kill. The school bus and a Char Future 4. They got the TVP, and they've killed the Leopard prototype that was in the south. The Char Future 4 is way down south, so at this moment, Brower's fairly safe. They found and killed the school bus. Only leaves the Char Future 4. He's got no ammo, but I normally hit the reload key or the C key to say it says out of ammo, to let my teammates know I've got nothing left and I can't help them anymore, because all you can do at that point is cap. And that Char Future 4 is putting up a solid fight because our chieftain's just lost a huge amount of hit points. And I think he's over in the corner, way over in the corner. And there's the 2-minute warning, we're capping. Or 1-minute warning, I should say. So we just need to get into that cap quick, or as quick as we can, to help the Leopard 1 to make sure of the the win. I wish the other team members would recognise this as well. We're only on a slender margin of seconds to actually win this, so we will get it. And 15JG52 Brow and the Arty will show his worth by actually helping us to cap out in time. And there he is, there's the Char Future 4. And they got him! And we're about to cap out as well. And nope, we just missed it by a split second. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was another ace tanker for 15JG52 Brow by Raktar in the school bus. He managed to get a bruiser medal again for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7 in this one. And this time round, he got a Gauze medal for doing more damage than 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle, but no high caliber. The win rate was 6,526, which is much higher than the previous one. Super Unicum standard and a bit more. And he expended all of his ammunition in this game to get the most. And yes, it was very frustrating trying to get that T30, and the shells either went long or they went short. But he got him in the end, and well, that must have been really good to get that done. Let's have a look at the team score. In fact, he didn't get the highest damage in the game because that went to the Char Future 4, who got 4,125 hit points. But again, I don't think that was 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he's got no high caliber either. 3,869, so I was close to the amount I thought he got. 3,869, that includes the blind shots and of course that Gauze medal for 15JG52. And the second highest damage, or third highest damage I should say, went to the Chieftain, who got 3,106 from smacking or finishing off that T110E4. When it came to kills, it was the Chieftain who got 5 kills in the game. 4 kills went to the SU-14-2 and 3 kills went to Brower and also the TVP T5051 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got that one for sure. 1,225 base experience points, 1,120 went to the SU-14-2 and 1,088 went to the Chieftain. He fired all 16 rounds of ammunition in that game, got 7 direct hits on the enemy and 2 penetrations, 16 splash as well, damage of 3,869 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. I'm pretty sure that the Leopard prototype was penetrated once. Yes, look at that total, 1,550 hit points of damage and at least 1 pen on him. I think, yes, it was quite a high one. The other one he managed to penetrate was the Scorpion. Obviously he got that, guys. He was retreating down the center trench or the river and put a round onto his engine bay and boom, he went. It was a low roll, but then low roll, no, technically it wasn't a low roll because it was all he had left. It could have been a high roll and that was all he had left to give anyway, 780. Let's have a look at the rest of the details. 5 enemy vehicles hit, 3 killed, 818 hit points of stun assist off 15 stuns, and he got 10 capture points while he was in the cap. And if they hadn't killed the Char Future 4, he would have proved really essential to the win, because by getting into the cap at the moment he did, he actually sped it up just a little bit more to make the difference. He earned 54,783 credits from the game, and after ammunition, respawn, consumables took away 14,223 credits profit, 1,837 XP. In this one he got a mission completion for 3,676 and a total of 5,513 experience points altogether. So a really good result in that last one. He did his best. He was putting in as much effort as he could to help the team win, and that Leopard actually, by pushing up a little bit further, actually did get him the sightings that he needed. But it was some fantastic shots in there. That Scorpion shot, that was a pretty amazing one. I've done one like that myself, and I know how satisfying it is to hit an enemy tank on the move by aiming ahead of it and then watching the shell just go straight into them and wipe them out. So congratulations to 15JG52 Brow by Raktar. I hope you enjoyed the replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.